Um, so now we've missed all of that. But the first one, I guess I'll leave it recording, but the first one, we did record. And then the second one, it was recorded and I got the recording, but we didn't talk about much about the book at all. I can't remember what it was, but when I went to edit it, I thought, I don't think I'm going to post this because it doesn't really say anything about the book. Uh-oh, where's the book list? Hang on a second, I have to go back to my backup disk to find the book list because obviously I backed up since we last looked at it. Yeah, we had a meeting in May, but it looks like the last time I updated the titles, the book club titles, was in April. Okay, so Diana, I think I posted the list online. So is that open? Yes, that's open. Something like that.
So you recorded the first one, but not the ones after, you said.
They were recorded, at least the second one was, but when I went to edit the video to post it, there was nothing there that was really of substance about the book. I can't remember what it was. There were only a couple of us, and we got to talking about something else.
I can see how that can happen.
Yeah, yeah.
I see a tail.
Yeah, it's I came in at 7. I meant to be coming in at 6. Oh, Martha's here. Hello, Martha. I can't
Hi.
figure out how to get back to where we're going. Come on, Janet, find the meeting. There we go. Share. I couldn't find the meeting screen. All right, where's the book? So anyway, these dogs normally eat at 7 and 7. Hello, guys. And I meant to come in at 6, feed the dogs, and get ready for the meeting. And instead, I got to deadheading stuff and talking to neighbors walking by. And so these guys haven't eaten, and she's quite, what do you call it? She's quite incensed at that. So this one, and where'd the other one go? Where'd you put that, Janet? Club. What's the name? I was just recommended another one, and I'd like to show you what I had on it, except where did I put it? Oh, there it is. It's called The Botanist's Assistant. Okay, so, oh, I've lost us again. Stop share. Stop that share. Share another one. Okay, I want to, before I pull a number, I'm gonna, so Marilyn Limpich, who's been long time coming to classes and stuff, said this botanist assistant she got from the library, and it's a novel, it's a mystery novel, but she says it has all kinds of plant names, and she had no idea how many things were actually toxic. It's a murder in the science lab shatters a woman's quiet and ordered life when she decides she must solve the crime herself in an entertaining and uplifting mystery. Margaret Finch is 6 feet tall and big boned, lives alone in a small cabin in the woods, drives a 20-year-old truck, and schedules her life so precisely you can tell the time and day of the week by the chores she is doing and what she's wearing. She gets turned into a target after a surprising death. Cast of quirky and likable characters. Anyway, so I'm going to add botanist assistant to the end of the list, and we can pull a number and see what comes up. Except now we have to go back again to get the list. Okay. So Martha, did you read this book? I think you might not have been here when we first got started, and some of us admitted that we only made it partway through the book.
No, this is my first book club meeting.
Oh, well, welcome, Martha. For some reason.
Thank you. I just accidentally saw it posted someplace that the book club meeting was tonight, and I said, "Where's my computer? Where's my computer?"
It's my first time too, Martha.
Well,
Yeah.
since we are now recording,
Actually, I've never been in a book club before.
I never have been either. I just thought it was kind of
So you created one.
Yeah, I said, there are all these books that we talk about, not necessarily all the time, but we mentioned books and said, oh, here's a good book and here's a good book, and gardeners have more books than they have plants in a lot of cases. So I thought we should do something here. So we have a list, and we could, since we're recording, and Martha forgot to Martha, I forgot to check and see if we were recording. I've been spoiled by recording
Up
automatically.
on my screen, it says this is being recorded.
Yep, it is now, but it didn't start at the beginning of the
Oh,
meeting where and
oh,
I thought
okay.
it was going to start, and I didn't check for it. But we thought that this is a good book, but it's heavy. It's heavy. And
Ah,
now, Denise, who had to leave a few minutes ago, Denise got smart and she bought the young readers version of this book,
oh,
which she says has more pictures in it and the explanations are easier. I said I should have read that one because we were all fascinated by the whole idea of how different vision is for different organisms. Everything from dogs to jumping spiders to cobras to all have these different ways of seeing. And the explanations usually started with, you can't really understand how something else can see when you can't see that way. But here I'm going to tell you about it anyway. And it's those heavy parts that I think got done better in the young readers version. But very cool for
good thinking.
yeah, very cool for how things see.
Excuse me.
Going back to this and talking about it again, there was the bit about the snake. Which kind of snake? A cobra? That sits by the side of a trail where it smells that rodents have been walking, and it waits for the pregnant females. It can smell that that's a pregnant female that's coming. Can't see very well, but can smell it's there. Bites it and lets it go right away because its venom doesn't act immediately, and the rats can bite back. And then tracks that rat until it falls down and dies. Come on.
Well, and then too, you guys, there was that bacteria on the heliconius butterflies, and this bacteria can actually change a female into a male. It can change the female into asexual, so it doesn't need a male, or that bacteria can actually kill the males. So it's just, it was like blew me away.
Wow.
And was that the same bacteria, same species of butterfly where the females had the gene for the extra sight and the males didn't?
I think so. The Arato or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think so. No, you know what? It wasn't, because that the bacteria is on the heliconius, and I think it was Arato or Aratus or something was the one that you're talking about. I could completely have that screwed up, but
Yeah.
there's so many
There's so
facets.
many, right? There's so many organisms talked about in here, and so many different mechanisms. The oysters and the mussels being able to see blew me totally away.
Yes, at the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
Yes.
Even though he explained that they're not really seeing the same way we are, they're just responding to light. But still, like they have eyes. They have eyes. I'm not a shellfish eater, but I'm now definitely decided I'm not going to eat any raw oysters or stuff anymore. No, screaming and hollering, they go down your throat. No.
I started sprouting, and I always go, sorry guys.
Right.
Thank you. That's like, yes, they're all alive too,
No, yeah, we shall now eat you. But yeah, the fact that birds could see so differently, that these birds out here are seeing behind themselves while they're flying, and that the hawks can't see above themselves, which might explain the hawk that we have. We have a Sharpie that zooms in after birds quite frequently at the feeders here, and then likes to perch on. We've got a big spreading juniper. It's probably about 12 feet high and 20 feet across. So it's got great big thick trunks. It zooms into the juniper and sits on the trunk on one of the main branches of the juniper. The birds are all above it, and we always keep talking to them and saying, you're never going to catch anything sitting down low like that. You've got to sit up higher. But obviously this bird can't even see that there's birds hopping around on top of it, and the songbirds don't seem to be frightened at all by it. Well, how about, was it in the chapter about pain and how we feel pain, and do animals feel pain, or do they just react to stimulus? about this 14-line ground squirrel, the chipmunk type thing, that that can live for half the year in hibernation and doesn't feel the cold at all. Was it? Yeah. Was it? Doesn't it? Doesn't.
Wow.
Or the
That
naked,
was one of the pictures.
and then there was the naked mole rat that can go 15 minutes without breathing oxygen because they pile up on top of each other in their tunnels to keep warm, and there's not enough oxygen to go around. Just amazing stuff.
And those are one of the longest lived animals on the planet Earth, the naked mole rat. I mean, they live for like a very, very, very long time without showing age.
Yeah, we read about naked mole rats when we were reading about ants and bees and colonies too. I followed that out of the bee book, and that they have miles long tunnels, and live longer than probably anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 13-lined ground squirrel that can hibernate through the winter because it's insensitive to cold.
Yeah. Doesn't even move. Yeah. I burned myself the other day and could completely understand that bit whether you pull your hand away before you even knew you pulled your hand away. It's not fast enough, but it's faster than bad. Okay, I'm gonna pull some numbers and see what comes up. First number I got here, 2. Wow. 2 is cuttings from a rock garden. This is stories of putting gardens together by one of the founders of the American Rock Garden Society, Lincoln Foster, and his wife, Laura Louise Foster. They're pretty cool. So we'll talk about whether we want to do that one. Stories about putting rock gardens together and finding different plants. They went all over the world looking for plants and stuff. Or 14. How Can I Help? Okay, I think that's Doug Tallamy's most recent book. Doug Tallamy wrote Nature's Best Hope. I can't think what the other names are, but they're about having your yard be a wilder place to support the entire ecology. Okay, let's get another number. I'm pulling from, I don't know if you can see me with my sharing being in the way, but I'm pulling from our basket of colorful things. Number 40. 40. Entangled Life, about fungus. Oh, somebody, and that one sounds a little bit like these. It's going to go through all the fungus and the different things they can do. I don't have a full description of it, but whoever it is who sent that one in there said it's one of those fascinating ones that you'll never dig in the dirt again without without thinking of these things. Okay, 13. Braiding Sweetgrass. Now, most of us read Braiding Sweetgrass. I think we talked about that one already. Okay, so I'm going to pull one more.
Still a great book if you haven't read it. We're listen to it because she reads it. It's a great one.
Yeah, I think you found that she was narrating her own, which is pretty cool. Although sometimes they do it. Oh, and then the fifth one is Sugar Changed the World. I have not read this one, but if it's anything like one I read a long time ago about sugar and introducing it throughout the world as part of the slave trade. Right, sugar cane. They brought slaves to the Caribbean, left the slaves, picked up sugar, took sugar to Europe, went back to Africa, something like that. Okay, so 46 we have. Sugar Changed the World. I'm writing the names down because I won't remember them once I stop the share here. Entangled Life. Fungus. How Can I Help?
And what was that one about, Janet? How can I help?
I think that's Doug Tallamy's.
That's right.
Doug Tallamy's. and what he does is takes all the different questions that people give him when he goes out and does talks and talks about them. So kind of a different a different presentation of a lot of the same topics that he covers in his other books about wildlife and ecology. And 13.
Thank you.
Janet, isn't Semba gonna do something with Doug Talamay's movie that he made about the caterpillars, the incredible caterpillar? Aren't they supposed to show that at Penn State Theater pretty soon?
I
Did you
haven't
guys
I
hear
haven't
about that?
I haven't heard about that, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have to send you the copy of the meeting, and I think they're going to be there, and you can watch the meeting for free. I think it was last month, but if you want to show it to a group of people, you have to get, certification to do that. So they're going to show it, I think, at Penn State Theater, and I think it's Redford.
I think I did hear no, when you talked about
Yeah,
that. I think
yeah.
I did hear something about this. You know, there's so much cool stuff going on, and you don't get
Mhm.
it. Uh-oh, I wiped out a number.
He's got this thing going on where it's called Homegrown Backyard, and he says to make a change, just start in your own backyard.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
only,
Oak trees, like having the right trees, don't get a tree that's not going to support insects. Get an oak tree, get a maple tree,
yeah,
stuff like that.
that you can do something. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I was just telling one of the neighbors walking by that I started planting for the um, Baltimore checker spot butterfly 33 or 34 years ago. Never got one. Put plants for it in clients' gardens. Got those. Okay, now let's see how I can do this. I can put these things. I guess I'll just leave them up there. So those are the ones that we have to talk about. And let's how many of us are there? Or 5. So how about look at
You
it?
still, Janet, you still have an immense world in there. Number 41.
Oops. Thank you.
Sure.
There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's the 5 that I pulled. So take a look at those and all I can do, I guess we can just do a roll call for each one and say what you're interested in, and I'll crosshatch them here. So going through the list, cuttings from a rock garden. Martha, how do you feel about cuttings from a rock garden? Would you like to read that? Is that a book you would like to read?
I would like to, but I don't want it to be my first one. I see
Okay.
one there. I see one there for me.
Okay, so let's what's your first one? Let's do that.
Number 13, braiding sweetgrass. I live in sweetgrass country.
That's right, you do.
Whether you guys read something else or not, I got to read that to find out about what's going on in my own community.
Okay.
You will love that. You will love that book. And if you
Yeah.
like to listen, she reads it and it's fabulous. Her voice is fabulous.
Driving along plain, ordinary roads with people coming and going to work and school and stuff will be very old men with the sweetgrass, bundles of it over their shoulders, headed back to where they live so their wives can make things out of it and sell it downtown at the marketplaces.
Yeah.
I've really got to read that one.
Okay, let's Diana, what would be your choice?
I'm open to any of them since I'm new. I'm not sure which one, but I don't know if I'll go buy them. Hopefully they'll have them at the library, maybe.
We checked some of the and braiding sweetgrass is at the library. How can I help is at the library. I think
Okay.
life is at the library, but sugar changed the world and cuttings from a rock garden I think are 2 that our librarian said there's not a lot of those out there. You might have to buy those.
Okay. I could buy a couple if you guys decide. I'm open. I do have sweetgrass in my garden, Indian,
Oh, good.
American Indian. We were at like a little, oh, I can't remember. It was like food that was based off the land, and it was at U of M. It was a class that they did, and she brought in sweetgrass and gave it to people. So I have some, It was
Nice.
many years ago, before, like maybe a year before COVID, and it's still growing in my garden. I keep it in just like a small little patch because otherwise it will spread.
It gets
Yes, it will.
everything. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, I put it into a couple of clients' gardens who wanted it, and when it's in the right place, yeah, you get a lot of sweetgrass.
Yeah. I felt bad. I pulled it up because I only wanted it in one spot.
But that's what we have to do. We can't grow things
Hmm.
perfectly. We can only grow them
Hmm.
that we remember them or can use them. Okay, so I just notched you for all of that. Your vote for all.
Yeah, I'm open.
Susan, can you pick one?
Well, did that one, the botanist assistant, not make the list?
Oh, that's right. It did. I'm putting it on the list right now.
Well,
That's
that's the one I would pick.
That sounds good.
and that's a novel. Okay, all right. So I'm putting two votes for that. Therese.
If we're adding that one to the list, I would prefer something lighter this time. So the botanist assistant one sounds good to me too. My second vote would be for Entangled Life, but if it's going to be really deep like this one, I just need a break. I'm not a fast reader, and I'm not a reader, and I'm like doing my best to keep up with this stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, botanist assistant sounds fun and light, and
Okay, Margie, do you have a vote? Margie must have left for the moment here.
I lost my whole connection dropped just a minute ago, so I was gone for a bit.
Okay, now I lost a botanist assistant is by Peggy Townsend. I don't know whether you can see that I've typed that onto the list, so it's on the list now. Well, if we do it that way, then we've got more votes for botanist assistant than anything else, and it's not much of a representation of the people that might see the list. But here you go. Let's go for the botanist assistant then. I
Okay.
I know it's at least a couple of libraries because that's where Maryland got it from, and because it's fiction, it occurs to me that it's probably that you got us hooked on audiobooks, Martha, a long time ago. Steve is constantly getting new books and listening to them. It's fun to do. So if I leave this video entire, then we can tell people, no, I'm not going to feed you right now. Give me a few more minutes. Okay.
And that would be July 20th?
Yes,
That's our next book club.
I believe so. I think it's the 20th. Oh, Janet, don't you hate it when you call people by accident and then they call you back because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No. Oh wait, 20th, 1, 2, 3. Yes, July 20th is our next meeting. So by July 20th, we're going to try to read Botanist Assistant, and probably people like Teresa and I will pick up Entangled Life, and we'll see what's in it. Maybe we can make that a next one. But yeah, I think a lighter book and something that's a story is a good thing to do. But this one was great. We recommend it. An Immense World for those who are maybe checking in on the video. It takes you through the different senses: sight, sound, pain, as a specialty of touch, taste, and I've forgotten what the one was about seeing yourself, knowing where you are, and just look at all these different organisms and how they sense, experience the world, and it's quite the eye opener. We did like it, but we did think that it was a little on the heavy side, so we'll go with Botanist Assistant by Peggy Townsend for next time. I'll post that on the list. And we'll just see if anybody's got any other comments or
What's the author of that book?
Peggy Townsend.
Okay. That's the one I voted for. I don't know. My mute went out. But
Yeah, we took you. We didn't need you as a tiebreaker.
oh, thanks a lot. Okay.
How would I print that list that you just had showing up on the screen that,
It should be posted. I'm going to check right now and see if it's posted on a2z.org on our book club page. Would you like to join us? There it is. Yeah, it is on the book club page, our proposed reading list. Click here to view it or download it. And I'll move that up to the top with the next meeting, because right now it's underneath the current meeting schedule.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll post what we're going to read, and we'll see if we can read it and meet at 7 o'clock on July, whatever we just said, 20th.
20th.
July.
And our next, Janet, is our next Friday free for all this Friday?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, we have all kinds of corrections to go into this Friday, so I know my list already started here. It's got to be
And
6.
You guys have done this before for me, but would you mind saying some of the used book places online that you can look for these books? There's ABE books.
Right, and ABE books and thrift books were two that I looked at all the time. I need to go and look at what Sonia sent us, because it turns out that Amazon has purchased ABE books and thrift books, so they're actually Amazon.
Oh, boo.
And if, like my daughter Sonia, you're trying to avoid Amazon, there was another one that we could go to. How about if I post that one too? Okay, Janet, post.
I love thrift books.
You like which books?
The thrift books, the cheap ones.
Yes, yeah, so do I. I like buying.
And maybe they're old and crumpled and pages have been, earmarked by other people, but I don't have to pay all that money for them.
Yeah, I enjoy the used book. It isn't just because I can get books for $5 or whatever. It's that you
Yeah.
get almost anything that way.
And as soon as I've read them, I hand them off to somebody else.
Yeah,
You know,
I was so thrilled with ABE Books when they first formed that company, that just took the inventories of all kinds of independent bookstores and fed all the inventory lists together, so you could get almost any book. They would just direct it to the. And I thought, what a cool thing for small businesses to use. But if Amazon has bought them now, I feel a little less friendly about them.
cutting into the competition.
Yeah. So,
Amazon owns everything. All the money goes to Amazon. I won't buy anything from them.
well, that's like my daughter, but I
Neither will my daughter either. She's the one who told me, like, no,
yeah.
she'll go to small business.
We do have an Amazon account because there's. Will you stop? Stop that. The older dog, we have 2 black labs, and the one that's 14 has just learned that if she stands and woofs at me, I'm gonna make up something good to give her or do with her. It's new. She hasn't done this her whole life. She's just started doing it now. Right now it's feed me, feed me. Okay, so I need to put the date, make sure the book list is at the top. I'll edit this video and put it in. And there was something else I was going to put up there. Oh, the next book. And all our. Okay, so we're on to another book. I hope that we picked a good one. If not, go to the list and get one of the Brother Cadfael books and read it. You'll like. They're definitely light and fun to read, and fun to put yourself into the position of somebody in a different time and place. Steve likes reading military history stuff, and Sonia just recommended to him a book she says it's like Band of Brothers, but it's in the War of the Roses.
Oh no.
Yeah. Lord help us. Yeah.
That's some history.
Yeah, that's talk about an entangled life. That's going back a long, long way.
Oh.
Okay, well, it's good to talk to you, and I will go and feed these noisy dogs and start looking for my
Well,
copy.
it's 8:04. He knows the time has gone by and it's his turn.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, they do. Unlike your cats who know that all time is their time, right?
That's exactly
Yeah, yeah.
every minute of every day.
They're cute.
Well,
Thank you, Janet.
Well, thank
good
you
to
all.
talk to you soon.
Yep,
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.